Hey, what is going on, you time traveling Turtwig? I am ready for a new format, a new meta, and thankfully, Obsidian Flames is only a few short weeks away from releasing. It comes out August 11th, but you can already pre-order some sealed product over at fullgripgames.com. That's right, the Obsidian Flames products are already available for pre-order over at fullgripgames.com. Of course, there'll be a link in the description as always. Today, we're taking a look at a Lugia build with the quad Burnett. This is something that's been getting hyped up recently as a way to play the Lugia deck. Now, this list specifically comes to us from TRT, who got third place in a rather big online tournament recently. I think it was 200 players. They got third place. Now, I tried this out a couple days ago myself, came up with my own build, and it kind of just left me a little bit frustrated. I tried it out, tried to make it work with the quad Burnett, and it wasn't really functioning. I was like, all right, I'm done with this. Put the Lugia down once again. But then I saw this build from TRT that got third place in the online tournament, like I mentioned. I was like, all right, let me see. My build wasn't really functioning, wasn't working. I didn't want to cook it any further, but TRT just got third place in this tournament, so something has to be working right in their build. And I tried it out, and it did feel a decent amount smoother than what I was working with previously. So it is a Lugia deck, so there's not too much new here as far as the Pokemon goes. Single strike Lugia deck, I should say. 4-3 Lugia VSTAR, the 4 Arceus, the 3 Tyranitar V. Now that's a little bit different than some of you are probably used to, but that has to go with that has to work with the reason that we play Tower of Darkness more so than anything, which we'll talk about in just a second. 2 Luminian, of course. No Squawkabilly, which has kind of become a standard, I feel like, in most Lugia builds, but no Squawkabilly in this build, although it's definitely something you could add if you feel like you're missing some of that explosive draw power on your first turn. 1 Yveltal, of course, very important in the Guardian matchup. The Pumpkaboo to bump the path to the peak. I could see cutting the Pumpkaboo for a 4th Tower of Darkness, to be honest. I could see that. The Radiant Serena for the Lost Box matchup. And then let's talk about the supporter lineup here. So we got 3 Iono, 2 Boss, 1 Serena, the Gust split. This is a pretty common Gust split. Sometimes you see 3 Boss, sometimes 2 Boss and a Serena. Only 1 Professor's Research, and that's because we do play 4 of the Professor Burnet. Search your deck for up to 2 cards and discard them, then shuffle your deck. Now, this is a supporter that is already being played in Lugia, but usually it's just a 1 of, sometimes a 2 of, and it's a really powerful supporter in Lugia because one of the main problems Lugia has post-rotation, which is where we are right now, is getting the Archeops and then getting them into the discard pile. But Burnett's kind of cool because although it does require your supporter for the turn, it does just get your Archeops into the discard pile. So it's pretty cool for that reason. Now, you don't need to use 4 Burnett to get 2 Archeops in the discard pile, but finding the Burnett naturally without having to put Luminion in play is pretty nice. And one kind of thing that you can focus on, that this build of Lugia focuses on, is trying to basically thin out the deck with Burnett past that initial Burnett you might use to get the Archeops in the discard pile. Your follow-up supporters can just be more Burnetts, just thinning out your deck, and then you can utilize the draw power of Tower of Darkness and gift energy when you get knocked out to see new cards for new options. So Burnett is a very powerful card in this deck. So you play 4 of them to see it more frequently, more consistently, without having to put the Luminion in play every time to go find it, get your Archeops in the discard pile. But past that first Burnett you use, next turn, if you have everything you need to take a knockout on your opponent's active Pokemon or attack with whatever Pokemon you want to attack with, and you don't need to use a Gust effect, well, you can just go ahead and play another Burnett, thin out probably the rest of the Archeops or any tech attackers you don't need in a matchup. Some of the Lugias, you usually don't need more than a max of like 2-2 Lugia VSTAR in a game, so thin out the other Lugia Vs, the other Lugia VSTAR, and then if you use your Tower of Darkness to discard one of your single strike cards you don't need, or after your opponent knocks you out, you draw some cards off of gift energy, you don't have those other dead cards in your deck anymore. So past the first Burnett, the rest of the Burnetts aren't dead cards. So it's kind of like a Burnett engine style Lugia deck. And I think it's a really cool, new, fun way to play the Lugia deck. Definitely had me enjoying Lugia more than I have recently. And like I was saying, I was trying out a different build before this. I was trying no Capturing Aroma, but the Capturing Aroma, I definitely felt the power of them once I played with them again with this build from TRT. And then also the Tower of Darkness are actually pretty cool as well, because if we're using Burnett to kind of just like aggressively thin out the deck, one is, in the early game, just seeing more cards is great for setting up that turn 2 Lugia V-Star combo into the Summoning Star to get 2 Archeops in play. But if we're using Burnett for our turn, it'd be nice to see a couple more cards possibly throughout the rest of the game, and the Tower of Darkness does help us doing that. We can discard Single Strike Energy or earn a Vitality or T-Tar or Yveltal, whatever it might be. I think one addition I would make to this deck would probably cut the 3rd T-Tar for Stone Journer. Stone Journer is pretty solid right now. Decent amount of Arceus decks running around, but if you are, using Tower of Darkness to discard one of your T-Tars in the early game because you need to see some more cards, it is kind of nice to have the fallback of that third T-Tar in the deck, so you can utilize 2 T-Tar throughout the game. I think that is the main reason to have the extra T-Tar in the deck, because if you just have a Tower of Darkness, you need to discard a single strike card, and the only other single strike card in your hand is a T-Tar V. I mean, that's pretty good to be able to have that third T-Tar to work with later in the game if you discard one of them earlier in the game. But that's it. Besides that, you got your energy in here that every Lugia deck has: 3 Gift, 3 Double Turbo, a couple V-Guards, and a couple Jets. And yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and let's get to some action, and I'll show you how the Burnett does it different in Lugia. I think favorable. See though. Definitely a matchup. Our hand is solid. Our hand is it's solid. It's solid. Now, I don't think they ever play anything too cheesy that could actually one-hit KO a Lugia V, but I should probably mention a Lugia V anyways, I think. Oh my gosh, they whiffed? Why would you whiff here? This fool. Alright, I'm almost tempted to just do... Well, I maybe actually shouldn't have gotten rid of 2 of those, actually. I kind of take that back. Should I just go for the Burnett here? And then use Read the Wind? I feel like that's just as effective as, like, a research. Should really be checking my energy here. I mean, I should have got rid of the Lugia V instead of the second single strike energy. I don't know. I was kind of trolling for that, to be honest. What are my other supporter options? I don't really want to Iona them. I could go with a research. I feel like the Burnett is the move here. I feel like I'm comfortable with the Burnett play here. Yeah, I should have Ultra Ball away the other Lugia. Oh, I guess that's what I'm gonna get rid of like this though. But I could have got rid of the Yveltal as well. The Yveltal's not that impactful in this matchup. But I'd rather keep the Yveltal than a Lugia V, so. Oof, this draw was not particularly strong. Yeah, not particularly strong. I don't know, maybe I should have hit him with the research there. Luminium for research there was definitely a consideration. Definitely considered it. Yeah. I'm gonna see how the aroma goes. Oh, there's the path. Okay, okay, okay. Burnett is good for their start. With how they started, it's good that I use Burnett. Is that what you're saying? Okay, good draw though. We got a good draw. Can't like boss KO their Arceus. Actually, we're not too far from it. If we just top deck a T-Tar, we can Gust KO their Arceus and then basically just win the game. We kind of just win the game if we KO their active Tina though as well. Like that basically just wins us the game as well. To be honest, what is losing? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is. Got the Summoning Star. Go ahead and grab some of the squad. Load up the active. I don't really want to draw into energy. No, the V-Guard should stay for the... Okay, so we'll do these. I get one more basic. Yeah, I don't really want to draw into energy, so I can keep both. I should keep one gift for a T-Tar. We'll go 1-1. Throw him here. Play the urn as well. There's no reason not to play the urn. And then go ahead and hit him with the... Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to draw into some T-Tars. That'd be nice. A T-Tar plus a single strike energy would be a nice draw here. Okay. Don't think I need to put the V-Guard on the T-Tar here. I could, but I don't think I can get KO, so I'd rather put the single strike there. And then Tempest Dive. And I think I don't bump the Stadium because they can't abuse it, right? I don't think there's any way for them to take advantage of it. I don't think there is a... Yeah, this is like basically where the game is over, to be honest. This is like where the game ends. If we get that turn 2 VKO. If we get the first knockout and it's a V Pokemon, the game just ends. For the most part. I don't think they ever have a comeback at that point. Their whole game plan in this matchup is Path Judge. They need to gain a lot of time off of Path Judge. If they can do that, if they can gain some tempo off Path Judge, then they do have a chance to win the match. But if they don't gain any tempo off Path Judge, they just lose. The choice about their... No, the choice about their actually makes no sense. Because they're about to punch my Lugia. Unless they're going to boss. They might boss KO my Luminion, to be honest. If they boss KO my Luminion, then the choice about here kind of makes sense. Because then they can go 1-hit KO. Actually, maybe that doesn't not make sense. Yeah, I guess that makes sense to put the choice wheel here. If they go for the boss Luminia, which I guess they can always go for here, to be honest. And then they're leaving me with a 7-card hand or a 6-card hand instead of judging me, but I guess maybe it's not that big of a deal. Or Iono, I guess, as well. Oh, they don't even have to use Starbirth here. They get to hold Starbirth. They're going with it anyways. Oh, they gotta get the boss still, I guess, so yeah. I assume they're going boss KO Luminia. They could also boss my T-Tar, which would be like... I mean, that I just would not care about. If they boss KO my T-Tar, I'm just gonna retreat boss KO there. It has to be off the Luminian here. Oh, the chops. Their price rate is so slow now. I have so much time to work with. Does this do anything? I mean, it technically does something, but does it do anything? No, I mean, they'll probably just concede when I Gust their Tina here, to be honest. That's so... Them going after my chops there is so slow. I get +1 turn to play the game now, guaranteed. I mean, if they go back-to-back boss on my chops, that's kind of annoying, but like if I do this, or even if I just punch their Arceus here, as soon as I set up this T-Tar, what is their game plan? Yeah, like, do they even have a play as soon as it, like, I just accelerate up to a Pokemon, and then it's just like, I don't know. They could boss my chops again, I guess, but then they have to deal with this T-Tar and a full Lugia still, and I could like manually power up another Lugia while they're bossing my chops as well. Like all that time that it takes to boss both my chops. I feel like bossing the chops there in the last turn, like, makes them take too much time. Because they boss the first chops, they have to boss the second chops, basically, for that play to ever make sense. Because if you only boss the first chops but not the second chops, you put yourself on odd prize cards, and then I can just like load up attackers still through the solo chops for the rest of the game. So it's not like I'm not running out of attackers, and you're still off tempo. So I might literally have game. Well, no, they don't know I have my last single strike energy. So I know I have game because I have the single strike energy in my hand. So I can want to KO their active. Even if they Iono me, I can just Arceus it into play. So I know I have game. They don't know I have game though. So it's fair for them to continue to play from here. I do have game though. I do have game. Unless they have some crazy, I don't know, what could they have here? Is Big Charm still a legal card? I actually don't remember. I don't think so, right? Big Charm's not legal. Is it? I don't think so. Fuck, is 2 chops almost never worth it to chase them? Yeah, it's rarely worth it. And if your opponent like messes up and doesn't put as much extra energy in play as they could have or should have, then you could take advantage of like a situation like that potentially, but you could do a tempo versus value explanation in PokemonTCG. Value versus tempo. Yeah, that'd be something to potentially do. Yeah, there's a concede. I kind of want to attach this active. I need to retreat this thing anyways. If I get escape up and like turn 1 mellow out of me, I just lose the game anyway. So I should probably put it here, assuming they're not going to get that combo. They might still play the escape rope though. Are they worth doing over live or playing with yourself? I'm playing with yourself is fine. Are they worth so with the purpose, so your question is are webcam games good for practicing over live? I would say the most effective way to practice is probably on the Limitless Simulator, to be honest. But if like sometimes you want to switch it up and you just want to play with real cards, then I would say that's fine as well. Like if you just kind of get burnt out on playing with if you get kind of burnt out on playing with like Limitless Simulator, then like playing with real cards switches it up a little bit. So I would say it's probably a good idea to switch it up sometimes, just to keep yourself kind of locked in. So I would say use the Limitless Simulator as much as possible. If you don't have someone to play with, playing against yourself is fine. For sure. Definitely take advantage of doing that. If you have the extra time and you want to get some higher quality games and then just playing on the PTCG Live ladder, then do that. Why aren't they going for the turn 1 here? Are you kidding me? Their Meloetta's got to be prized. Their Meloetta might be prized here. If they grab Meloetta here, I'm tilted. Dude. What? Maybe they like, did they already play a supporter? No. Maybe they prize like a bunch of fusion energy. Maybe they prize 2 fusion energy. Then I'll let it slide. But even if they prize 2 fusion energy, they still could have attacked with Meloetta and KO'd my Luminian. Dude, that sucks. How do you just have your 1 of path, bro? You're so cringe. All right, so we need to top deck Punkaboo, to be honest. I'm down. You guys down? I'm down. Oh, Judge, never mind. We're just getting... Dude, but this could be bad for them. Put path in play and then judged? Okay, I drew okay. We'll see how they drew though. I use physical cards on my desk and play against the second deck on Limitless. That works as well. You could get like one of those like things that like spins, and like that way you could like have both decks on it and like spin it around. I think doing something like that could be cool. And then put both decks on it and just like set it up on a table and then just like play like that. So that way you don't have to like get up and walk to the other side of the table every time. Just like spin it around and then continue. So that'd be a good way to like practice against yourself. I want to go YOLO solo dolo chops, or do I just pass? Solo doling chops or pass? I'm not sure actually. Even this knockout is pretty good, but one chop is not good. I think we just hope that they always passed. Let me go get the Lazy Susan from Nan's house. Yeah, go get the Lazy Susan from Nan's house and start. Oh, I should have benched the Serena though. Not get escape rope KO. I should have benched the Serena though. Oops. Serena retreat. I don't know about retreating. Oh, I did have the jet in hand. Maybe I should retreat to the Serena as well. Force the escape rope out of them. Dude, yeah. Power and get rid of energy. I mean, I could do that, but like the chance that I draw Arceus Ultra Ball is like super low, so I don't think it's worth the trade-off. Yeah, I should have benched Serena, man. I'm getting goofy, bro. I goofed. Okay, pretty good draw though. As long as they don't literally knock me out. I think it's gonna get with a. They just got the punch. Innocent. Reenact the old man playing chess against himself. Pixar short. I don't know if I've seen that one. Well, they might not. They might have a bump to path. Oh wait, now it looks like they're playing for the 1 KO. Damn it. Now they might bump their path. Well, for them to get the 1 KO, they need a lot though. They're already down. They're already down 2 tablets. They just. I think they just mess up. What? Oh, I see what they're doing. Well, they could have still held that though. What'd they do? They used Psychic Leap and didn't go back to the deck, so that way now they can Technoblast next turn and knock me out. Okay, that's actually not unreasonable. That player from there is not unreasonable. It is unhinged, but these unhinged plays. All right, if we get tails here, we're in. If we get heads here, we're out. Let's go. We're in. Well, hey, let me check. I gotta check those. I kind of want to go with the Evital here. Wants me. Let's go. Let's go. Probably go with the Evital here, right? Yeah, we'll tall them. Can they ever KO T-Tar anymore? Maybe not, but I would mill myself. So the problem would be me milling myself. They actually can. It depends on how many fusion energy they have left up, but they could, yeah. Depends how many. Yeah, depends how many energy they have left. But they could. Oh, with the V-Guard? Yeah, they could Meloetta with their last tablet to KO me. I don't want to mill 4 of my own cards though. So I'm scared of milling myself more so than anything. If I can avoid the millie, then. Oh, not that. I was like, yo, can I use that Summoning Star for 2 energy out of my deck? Yeah, them playing the tablet was weird. They could have still done the play they did. The reason they did the play they did is so because their hand was probably not great to reset Technoblast. So they were like, well, I can't reset Technoblast here. So if I just hit with Psychic Leap, then I can Technoblast next turn and not replace the stadium. The play they made was fine, but they shouldn't have playing the tablet was not fine. There was no reason to play the tablet there. You could just do that next turn. I guess the argument for playing the tablet though would be, well, if I Iono them, then all of a sudden they lose their tablet, right? So that would be the reason they'd be like, I kind of just want to do this so I don't like. I could have benched this Lugia V to be honest. I maybe should have benched the Lugia V. To draw one more card off the gift there was probably worth. I think I find a T-Tar now. Why tablet when you can never KO? So they can 2-hit KO. Because then they go play the tablet, Psychic Leap. Don't use Technoblast, so they don't have to reset their attack next turn. And then next turn they Technoblast for the KO. That's why they did it like that. Because they didn't want to bump their own path to have to dig for more resources to reset their Technoblast. Because then if they bump the path, then they give me access to Summoning Star. So like, I'm not going to bump the path here. I'm just going to punch and then next turn punch and keep them locked with the path as long as I possibly can. That was their thought process there. Which, like I said, it makes sense. Like the play they did actually makes sense. But now they're out of resources to get big 1-hit KOs. So now they're in trouble. Big trouble. I mean, if Lugia sets up against Mew, Lugia literally just bops Mew. But your goal is Mew just to make sure they don't set up. Path, judge, pray, repeat. That's your goal as Mew. The price trade is so unfavorable for you that you just get kind of rolled. If Lugia sets up, you're just done. You're cooked. You're just done. The desktop app for this game isn't bad. Is that it? That's your first time chatter. The desktop app for this game isn't bad. Are you talking to me personally, or are you just making like a general statement that that's how you feel about the desktop app, or are you coming at me personally because you know my opinion on it? He's memeing. That's also possible, I guess. Maybe they just want me to respond. Not me personally. Okay. I played on my phone and it's bad. Oh, so you're just saying the desktop is an improvement to the phone app? You think Lugia is good for local cups and chat? I think it... locally, it pretty much does not matter what you play. As long as you focus on trying to be being a better player, that's like should be your main focus. Like deck choice does not matter that much. Like if, for an example, I guess would be like if everyone at your locals is playing Mew, you probably shouldn't play Rapid Strike without some kind of Mew tech. So like, there's a certain point where you probably should tech for the local meta. So like, let's say you go to a local tournament and consistently it's like 25 players and 15 of them play Mew. Okay. Power of Darkness, see some new stuff. Okay. I think we're gonna go get another Lugia. I don't want to get donked by a Raikou or a Dragonite, which definitely could happen. I'll go ahead and throw a gift on one of these that'll push up. If my opponent does escape rope and has access to that, then we can like, you know, draw a couple extra cards. I could have attached an active as well, so actually I don't know what was correct here, to be honest. Yeah. We'll go for that and hope for the best. But it's looking rough. It's looking rough off the start here. Hopefully we get a good top deck. We need a good top deck here. I mean, I guess we could go, if they don't have like a great turn themselves, like going into Read the Wind next turn, discard this isn't like terrible. Just not a great, not great, but something. There he is. Hey, the Dragonite. Let's go. Now they still need to get off the turn one, which is, I mean, they don't have like that good of a start here. They already have to use 4 Seal Stone, so I'm feeling pretty safe here, to be honest. I don't think we're getting knocked out on this turn. I think we'll be all right. What they lost on there? And a Lighting Energy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. What did they get up? Drapion. Okay. Pass. All right, nice. Love to see. Well, my hand still sucks though. I don't know if I love to see it, to be honest. Hey, Burnett, let's go. Why play 4 of them? Because you can top deck it that time. All right, now we see a couple energies. What do I want to get here? Jet active. V-Guard here doesn't make a ton of sense. So what do we we have gift. V-Guard doesn't make a ton of sense. Probably just get the other jet, I guess. I don't know, I guess I'm fine with that. That's the way I feel. That's why I don't love jets in here, because it feels like every time I'm just like putting my jet energy in play on like whatever I need to attack with. Like that's why I don't love jet energy in here. That's what it feels like. It's just like, well, my jet energy is just like I want V-Guards and gift for certain situations. I never want the jet energy. I mean, there are like some situations that I guess could develop, but like I'm never saving my jet energy to like develop into those situations happening. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Well, jet doesn't activate from deck. No, jet doesn't activate from deck. If it did, that would be broken in here. If jet activated from deck, that'd be insane. Oh no, the Raikou. We gotta go get our T-Tar as a response. Oh wait, maybe not. They did just bench. Okay. Maybe they're just throwing the cram down. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, they're coming at me with the Raikou here for sure. Need to go get myself a T-Tar. I think we do have the singles in the deck. Get it to set it up. Hey, let's go. I'll push up a minion. I need to get a V-Guard on the T-Tar as well. Okay. Should we ever just go KO the Dragonite instead? That's something. Dude, I'm about to mill my whole deck, though. This does not feel good. I only have one energy left in there, I guess. I'm about to mill it all, though. Oh, I could have gone Lugia KO this, but I want to set up this to KO the Dragonite anyways. I should probably just KO the... Actually, I don't know, to be honest. Actually, not sure what the correct play is here. My T-Tar's not getting knocked out. Heads. I don't even think I want to grab an evolution yet. I'm just leave those there. And then... Dude, mill 4? Okay, so, I don't know. We have the third T-Tar in there. The urn kind of hurts, though. I didn't like losing that urn. But I guess theoretically here, if they go attack with Dragonite, we just go T-Tar knockout and then boss KO something with... Well, actually, we don't have that much energy left, though. Huh. Dude. We need to, like, actually set up the Yveltal or another T-Tar, because we might have to use Single Strike energy. In which case, we need to find an urn. So if they attack with Dragonite here, we can just go attack with T-Tar and then respond with Lugia, which is fine. How do I want to play this, though? So I'm an Iono next turn. Well, I could just hold the hand because it has boss. So I want to go with the boss around. If they, like, attack with Dragonite back-to-back turns, I need to be able to boss around the Dragonite. Oh, are they actually attacking with Sableye instead? They might be. But then I can just boss the Dragonite and KO it, right? Sure. Yeah, okay. They can't win next turn if I do that. Unless they're playing... Could they be playing Kyogre? Nobody's really been playing Kyogre lately, but... just doesn't mean they're not playing it. They could have the Kyogre. I think we just go for the boss play. What if I have Serena here? They just didn't even play around Serena at all. No respect. I'm gonna get that out of the deck before it gets discarded. I have no gusts left, actually. What if they do attack with a... Huh. They have Drapion and Lawson, though. Oh, then it's probably not... Yeah, it's not Kyogre, then. I could do this, actually. I think this is fine. Do this. Leave those energy in the deck. Just use the Serena. Why is there a Serena in this deck, also, instead of another boss? Need that boss. All right, we should be pretty good here. Knockout. And then we have boss to win the game on the next turn. That's fine. That's fine. Those discards are fine. Yep, then we should go boss KO for the game here. I thought this matchup is just good. There's like very few plays the Lost Box player can even do. Like the Lost Box player has to get some kind of cheesy early game advantage. Like turn 1, knock out your only Lugia V, or like get a KO, a 2-prize KO with a T-Tar, and then they can't respond KO the T-Tar. Let's go.